Another individual that, you know, especially in this industry, means a lot is Jay Cutler. I met Jay April 4th, 2003 at my very first contest here in Boulder, Colorado. And 2 years later, I actually guest posed with him at that same contest.
I saw this kid backstage with, you know, this great physique. He had all the tools to be the best, and I knew it was just a matter of time before he would be up there and eventually battling with me, which of course built the story for the stage the last couple years.
So the 2010 Mr. Olympia, I mean, there's a lot of emotions going through my mind as it was just he and I, the last two guys standing.
Gentlemen, in Olympia tradition, if I may have you in the center line, please.
I wasn't sure, you know, where I was points-wise, but I knew it was fairly close. You know, I trained really hard, and in the previous year, I got a fifth place finish at the 2009 Mr. Olympia. So being top two, I was like, okay, I'm pretty happy about this. And there was a moment where I thought I was going to win.
Please take the title, the check for $200,000. The Olympia gold medal and the Sandow statue and the title of Mr. Olympia. And take it to Jay Cutler!
And then they announced Jay as the winner. And even on the video, I was actually more relaxed afterwards because it was more like a sigh of relief. Like, wow, like the pressure is off of me. Like, okay, I didn't win, but I wasn't disappointed. I was actually pretty happy, probably because it was like my best friend winning. You know, I was more happy that he won. And we both got to share that experience together. No one else was there. We weren't divided. We were just together on the stage. And, you know, I was happy for him. I don't even, you know, remember being upset.
Runner-up this evening, the gift, Phil Heath.
I was able to battle it out with, you know, not only a fantastic bodybuilder, but, you know, it turned into be a great friendship. That continues to grow. And I think a lot of these days, because of the strain of the finances and what's on table for the Mr. Olympia competitions and, you know, the contracts and endorsements, there's a lot of tension between a lot of athletes. But I was able to share a lot with Phil and introduce him to a lot of opportunity. And he's taking great advantage of it. He's really stepped up.
And it's pretty awesome to look at someone initially and be in awe as a fan. It's another thing to actually call that fan and that person that you look up to as a brother. And that's where we're at right now.
Gentlemen, your top 15, 21, Johnny Jackson. 22, Phil Heath. 24, Jay Cutler.
Winners. Everybody wants to be a winner. Winning is everything, huh? Nah, winning is the only thing.
But there was a moment inside that routine that I was able to finally take it all in, and I was just like, you did it. And then when we're getting back in the pump-up room and people were just like, it was pretty quiet back there. People were just like, man. So then after that, you know, we have a confirmation round. Instead of having me be compared with the top six, they just had Jay and I come out together. And that was basically our last shot leading into the pose down to let the fans see who was better compared. You know, who's the number one out of all these different mandatory poses? And I just felt I kept getting better and better and better with each pose, and my confidence grew more and more and more. And like I said, it didn't really have to do with anybody else on that stage at that moment. It wasn't about anybody else, it was just about me. And I was just having a blast.
All right, guys, finish it off. Most muscular.
Is this the pose that decides the winner?
And relax, guys. Let's hear it for these two warriors.
The most nerve-wracking experience is judgment time, which is the awards. So leading into that, you know, you got your top 6 and then top 3.
You may take that to our third place finisher, the Predator, Kai Green.
And then once they called Kai third, I was like, oh man, here we go again. Me and Jay, round 2. And then we both walk out.
If I could have Phil Heath and Jay Cutler in the center stage, please.
And we both knew, you know, he was going to win.
He was more mentoring me during that process, saying, you know, take a deep breath, it's gonna be okay, like you look really good.
All of our presenters are on stage, along with our IFBB Pro President, Mr. Jim Mannion. Will Jay score 5 or will the torch be passed?
And I think he was kind of like, wow, you know, this is really going to happen. His face got really serious when I told him that for a minute. He's like, he was trying to hold back, you know, I think the emotions.
Gentlemen, in Olympia tradition, the next name you hear will be the 2011 Mr. Olympia.
And I just told him, I said, you know what, you know, this is your time. This is what you always wanted. And, you know, really, really enjoy this, Phil, because, you know, this is a once-in-a-lifetime deal.
I could just remember him saying, wait for it, you know, enjoy this moment.
Please take the first place award, the Olympia Gold Medal, the check for $200,000, the Sandow Bronze Award, and the title of 2011 Mr. Olympia. To our winner tonight,
every time you win in this sport, especially being Mr. Olympia, it's like your whole career flashes before. It goes from current all the way to rewind from the very beginning, all the way back to the present within like milliseconds. It's like your life flashed before your eyes. It wasn't even about beating Jay Cutler. It was about winning the Olympia. It was about being the best. So I never was like, yeah, I beat Jay. No, I beat everyone. I was the best.
Obviously, I have to thank Jay.
He's really stepped up and became not just the fan that he was. He's now living, I believe, what is his dream, and now he sees as his future.
He told me, you know, that I had great potential, and I thought he was full of it, you know, but he believed, and, you know, I'm just very happy that I had, and I still have, you know, a best friend in Jay, so I have to say thank you.
And of course, I see great, great things in the future for Phil Heath, and I really look forward to continuing to be a part of what he achieves.
And hopefully this is one of many. I really hope so. Thank you.
the Phil Heath era has begun, ladies and gentlemen. I introduce the 2011 Mr. Olympia, Phil Heath.